What's the best way to explain the function of human organs? We might picture the heart as a pump, the brain as a kind of computer, the lungs as bellows, the kidneys as filters. We routinely compare our organs to such familiar devices as a way to grasp their essential roles. But when it comes to the immune system, the task is much harder. Where is it? What does it do, and how does it do it? How does it keep us healthy and defend us from invisible enemies? We may need more than one point of comparison. One simple, if admittedly circular, way to explain immunity is to relate it to antiviral software. Elk Cloner, the first computer virus, coded in 1982 by Richard Skrenta when a schoolboy in Pittsburgh, became attached to the Apple DOS 3.3 operating system via floppy disks. The first widespread infection, brain, followed in 1986. Ever since then, antiviral software has been forced to keep pace with an increasing level of threat. Does our immunity similarly keep itself updated to deal with each emerging menace? What about surveillance cameras? There are over 1 billion in the world, 1 for every 10 of us in the UK. On any particular day, our movements can be tracked multiple times as prying eyes watch for illegal actions. Might this correspond to the way our immune system spots deviant behaviour and discovers that we're being infected with a dangerous germ? Ever since the first human threw a stone to ward off some threat, we have had recourse to the use of weapons. You or I may not be warlike by nature, but we are certainly prone to resorting to lethal force when confronted by threats. All but a dozen countries are currently involved in some way in military conflict. The classic way to defend against a threat is to produce something even more destructive. Does our immune system combat disease with ever more brutal force? In contrast to the parallel with military might, would it make any sense to think of immunity as some form of diplomacy or soft power? What about détente and cooperation, the idea of sharing resources to avoid conflict? Does our immune system ever do anything similar? In fact, all of these comparisons and more can legitimately be used to explain our immune system. It needs to be as innovative as antiviral software, able to detect a threat, mount a powerful response, and negotiate détente. A demanding brief, yet curiously, to us, its beneficiaries, the immune system is all but invisible and seems routine. Our defense functions without us giving it a second thought, without our understanding of how the system works and adapts. The body even allows for bits of itself to be removed. Spleens, tonsils, adenoids, appendix can all disappear without our overall health being affected. Immunity is unobtrusive yet extensive, nowhere and everywhere, redundant yet essential, powerful yet remote. In this book, I promise that our immune system does so much more than defend us against infection. Its vast array of cells, proteins and chemicals infiltrate every area of the body where it is involved in inflammation, healing, repair and maintenance, even in wiring our brains. It is our part of our body's intelligence system. It knows when and where there is a problem, a disease or an injury, to which it coordinates a rapid response. Our immunity is critically important to life. Many of us die when we age only because our immune system fails and we are carried off by an infection.